Our time to get interactive. Sweet Jennifer Janasante is here. Hi, looking good.
Thank you. I like your pink.
Thank you. I like your yellow gold. Is it yellow gold or?
Me, do I know what color it is?
What do we have for? What are we interacting about?
Well, there's a lot of talk on corruption. There's also a quick look at what's happening in Baltimore, where one woman stands out amongst all the protesters.
Really?
And we're taking a look at how funerals are run in Ghana.
I'm interested in that.
I knew you would be.
Let's hear you, Jennifer.
Right. Is the presidency a safe haven for corrupt officials? Professor Kwesi Yanka seems to think so.
A fish apparently rotten from the head is likely to infect the rest of the body politic.
Now, you've heard it said, cry your own cry. But what do you do when you just can't?
Family that make you not cry or something.
You have family members and they are supposed to mourn you.
It's waste of money and then they are not being real.
My name is Jennifer Jane Asante and this is JN Interactive. The great thing about JN Interactive is the fact that you can join us by social media. So look us up on Facebook. You can find us with the handle Join News on TV. It's the same for Twitter. And if you're sending us an email, send it to joinnews.im@multitvworld.com. WhatsApp is always a good way to reach us, and that's 054 010 9009. Now, Professor Kwesi Yanka says the tendency of government appointees embroiled in corruption scandals to later find work at the presidency is making that office a comfortable refuge for the corrupt. Now, in an unending critique, the CUC president added that often reports of commissions, probes and investigations have been neglected, enforcing the view that the presidency is merely a depository for reports because of the president's inaction.
For the fish apparently rotten from the head is likely to infect the rest of the body politic. If, on the other hand, the unfavorable perception of corruption in the presidency raised no eyebrows among the general public, that should itself add to the public perception. It simply means this is something we all know. What factors may affect this perception, Mr. Chairman? One could draw a few guesses. The president with so much constitutional power and is responsible for key appointments to several public offices. And when such appointees are cited for embezzlement and corruption, and no machinery is set in motion for investigation, prosecution, or indictment, the president takes the final blame.
Well, that's one man's opinion. What's yours?
No, I wouldn't say such a thing. The president wouldn't allow his people to deliberately steal, and then for him to, hide on what they are doing. No, I wouldn't say that. He's a man of integrity, and then I believe he wouldn't do such a thing.
Me, my problem is if somebody, they say that somebody corrupt her, you have to sack the person. Don't take the person to change him another position again. You have to sack him to bring another person to come and do the job. But now they say that something like Anas Mohammed can go Tema to go and see a lot of people have been making corruption there. Instead of to sack the person, you are not sacking them. They say you have to go back to North. And you have to come back to Accra. All of them have been more. The corrupt have been making more. But if you sack somebody, or if you catch somebody like this to take them to court, let them take the person to the court. If you take the person to court, they fine them, or they seize one of your house. I think the other guys too, they say that, hey, Charlie, the government make one law. Now you start taking them to court. So they'll do that, they will stop it. But I didn't see that the government come out to say, you have to go out. From today going, don't come and do government work. They're just changing them. That's why the corrupting, they make more. So some money lost for, do you like Isaac or what? Kufuor, they go to court, where the Kufuor sack himself. You see, yeah, you have to do. I'm waiting to government to do that kind of thing. But if they didn't do it, they saw you two are following them to do it. And that's my main problem now.
Okay. If you see the ministers, for example, and the MPs, if they have some problem, if the problem come out, everybody here, you can see that they don't take them to court. They just had the problem, do then that's you know, we hear that this particular MP, they send them to court, they jail them for this and that.
Well, those were the views on the street, and we put that question on Facebook. Whether or not you feel the presidency has become a safe haven for corrupt officials, this is what you said. Bernard Kwame Hart says, very true. Ifri Yankra is now at the presidency paid with our tax. Senior ghost name on payroll. Junior Loves Camry says, well, under the administration of His Excellency Mahama, this seems to be the trend, and let's face facts. It's disturbing to say the least. The seat of government should be the least place where people with questionable credentials should be, but what are we seeing? Please and please again. Mr. President should nip this practice in the bud. Wayo John Kwabla says, please, I have no evidence to prove. Jerry Lawson Bakuri says, well, I totally agreed with his assertion, even though corruption, as we all know, is a social canker, which didn't start today and won't end tomorrow. Until we're able to do away with the winner-takes-all syndrome, if not, we'll continue to labor in vain. Nuakpo, God knows Billy. Exactly. It's no more a secret, and we don't need anybody to even tell us. Everything seems like corruption has been legalized in Ghana. If you're able to steal state money, you'll be promoted to work at the presidency. In fact, some of us feel like crying for Mother Ghana. Hard work doesn't pay anymore. Politics is no more serving one nation with much dedication, but it's a shortcut to riches. I have more comments, and Idrisu Mbanya says, did I hear that's talk from a professor? Can the prof defend his conclusion based on actual happenings at the presidency, or is it just his own imagination or perception? If even he wants to point at Elvis Efrie, can that mean the presidency is packed with corrupt officials? How can a scholar make this infantile conclusion of analysis? Idrisu, I have to tell you here that his speech was based on research put out by the Institute of Economic Affairs. So I'm guessing that's what he based it on. All right, just two more comments and then we move on to something else. Edmund Lamte, can someone ask the prof, was he in this country when Haruna Iseku said there has been a kickback office that collects 10% of every contract in the administration? And Ali Kremo says you will only comment, disagree when it does not favor you. Hit if I am right. So those were a couple of the comments from Facebook on whether or not the presidency has become a safe haven for corrupt officials. Now moving on to something else. Social media is a great tool for advertising. You can get clients for anything. You can even get somebody to cry at your funeral if you need one. That's right. Professional mourners, also called, and I have to take my time as I say this, myrologists, are people who are compensated to lament or deliver a eulogy. Are you wondering why? Well, it's said that a funeral with an abundance of mourners makes the deceased appear to have lived a well-lived life. Now, this leads people into renting mourners to show up at their funeral. So, you have mourners who are actors, and they are paid to mourn in the crowd. You see, before the funeral, the actors are informed about the deceased and the life that they have lived. They're told about the life of the deceased so that they can casually talk to the crowd about it as if they really knew them. It's a tradition in some African countries, somewhere in the Middle East and in China. So, I sent Lord Harris Iduasare out to ask the question, would you hire a professional mourner?
honestly, I don't think I'll do that. Looking at the current situation of the economy, like, it will be a great waste of resource. Actually, the cost in organizing funerals, like in Ghana, is really high. So it is really not necessary to go in for the services of mourners. I don't think it's necessary.
I would never do that in the first place, because you have family members and they are supposed to mourn you. Besides, they don't even know you, so why would they even cry? It's not genuine.
No, why would I do that? The person is already dead. So I think if we are going to cry, it should be genuine. You know, freshly vibe, not these things that these will come and cry and say, oh, I want to go with you, I want to go to the grave. No. I don't think I'll waste money on that. We should just bury the person and then that will be enough.
I will never do that.
Why that?
Actually, I don't know. If somebody has passed on, I don't know the essence of one going, out to at least bring somebody to come and cry. For what purpose? And that's my point. I will never do that.
You don't know the dead person from anywhere, so why would I go and mourn? No. I don't think I would do such a thing.
I think it's a waste of money, and then they are not being real.
If your family die, why someone who can't cry give you? Someone who will carry your wedding give you. If your family die, make you not cry, why someone who will cry give you? So we have to agree to professional mourners. Your family for cry. So of them go chop. The chief mourners or whatever, it be them go chop. So then for cry, don't be somebody who go rent town so you can't cry. It's like, how if you marry a woman make somebody can't die to give you? Is it that?
All right, so let's hit Facebook and see what you said there. Nantama Mahamadou Badum Musuguru says, normal crying is 200 Ghana cedis. Crying and rolling on the ground is 300 Ghana cedis. Crying and jumping is 400 Ghana cedis. This is a total waste of resources. If I had this money, I would donate it to the orphanage home. Cindy Moone says, boost funeral pan. In this 21st century, the first time I saw the advert in a newspaper, I felt ashamed. Seriously, I'm looking for a platform to even speak to our chiefs and elders to place a ban on the purchase of wax print for funerals in our communities. And now this. Oh, Ghana, my motherland. All right. Nyamelo Sefa Eli says, of course no. That should be useless expenditure for funeral rites. Francis Akable believes it's our local tradition. And Ali Dual Hassan is wondering why we make a mockery of the dead. The best way one can wish a perfect rest for the dead is not by wakekeeping, mourning, crying, and rolling on the floor. It's a mere saying of rest in peace, presenting flowers on the grave, burying with an expensive coffin, merrymaking. It's meant to pray for the dead. Okay. Al Hassan Ahmed is asking, which tradition be that? And a lot of people are surprised by the comments, by the posts that went up. So people are advertising. If you need someone to cry at your funeral, maybe you're just too grief-stricken, give them a call. Now, let's step outside of Ghana to the U.S. city of Baltimore, which has declared a state of emergency amid violent protests. These protests have been linked to the death of a black teenager, Freddie Gray, who was fatally injured in police custody. A week-long curfew has been announced, and as many as 5,000 National Guard troops could be deployed. Now, in the midst of all of the unrest, though, one mother didn't take kindly to her son getting caught up in all the craziness. The angry Baltimore mom recognized her masked son throwing rocks at police on TV. She wasn't too excited about that, and here's what she did. You see the way she cupped him from behind? Who wants to bet she's from Ghana? Let's take a look at what you say on Facebook. Junior Loves Camry says, I was to laugh or be amused after seeing that short video. Well, basically, I believe the boy's mom had her son at heart. That's why she did what she did. My only worry is her apparent and continual use of the F word. It's okay in their part of the world, but not so advisable for a mom to use that on her son. Interesting times. Hello to all moms, including his. Nuakpo, God knows, Billy says, I agreed with the mother. Why should the son be throwing sticks and other things at the police? Are the police also not human beings? What if that protest resulted in a clash between them and the police? There was a stampede and the son died through that. Wouldn't the mother be blamed for negligence? We all claim to hate the police, but they are the first people we call at the slightest threat we face. Nantoma Badamusuguru believes that the mother has no right to beat the son. After all, everybody has the right to demonstrate if things aren't going well. And Jerry Lawson Bakari says, well, image indeed is everything. She is only trying to protect her son as well as her image. Though this seems to be quite harsh, prevention is better than cure. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll tell you what's trending. All right, now believe it or not, the mom you saw a couple of minutes ago is hot on social media right now. Sarah Opare has more.
The Baltimore riots seem to have taken Twitter by storm. Let's look for the good in all the ugliness. Jose Grin says, Baltimore riots. Kudos to the mom who grabbed her son off the streets and made him go home. Why won't other parents do the same everywhere? Roy McKean is asking, why is it that violence and hatred can spread like wildfire, whilst love spreads so slowly? Baltimore riots. Stop, breathe, think. #love. Jamie Puffer is putting some education out there. She says, before Baltimore riots began, calls went out on social media for a purge. Reference to the movie, When Crime is Legal, for 12 hours. #618news. The last tweet for today comes from US Today, inspired by movie. Word of the purge circulated on social media before Baltimore riots began. That's it for what's trending today. My name is Sarah Opare.
So you wonder how he got the dog to talk, right?
I've been wondering.
Yeah, it's a trade secret.
Really?
I won't tell you. In fact, I'll perfect my skill and then I'll do it with you. So
I'll be the dog. Jennifer, I don't want to do it. Don't show me.
Okay.
You want to make me a dog?
Oh no, we won't make you the dog.
What would I be doing then?
I'll figure it out. We'll put together a good act, you and I.
Then I will train you. You be the dog.
Okay, so yesterday, I don't want to be the dog.
Okay.
Yesterday, we had a shopping list. Today, it's a warning.
A warning?
Yeah. That's our picture of the day. Take a look.
I can't wait. Shoplifters will be... Shoplifters will be prostituted or something.
You know how they tell you that offenders will be prosecuted? Or, yeah. This one, the shoplifters will be prostituted.
Wow. That's interesting sanction, man.
Careful what you write, eh?
So that's the picture of the day. Interesting enough. Huh?
It's been fun doing this with you, Aisha. You want to do it again tomorrow?
It's been lovely doing it with you. You know, you're always fun. We'll continue in the newsroom. My name is Aisha Ibrahim.
And I'm Jennifer Jane Asante.
Have a good the rest of our programs.